Good morning, how are we all? Just off to my final race of this year as such. After today I've got a 2-week sort of end of season break, so I'm just driving over to Cambridge for a 25-mile TT. I've been trying to get on this course all year. First time I tried to get on the course, unfortunately, I made the mistake of thinking the race was on a Saturday. No, thinking the race was on a Sunday, and it happened on the Saturday. So that wasn't good. Second time tried to get on this course. The race organiser emailed me the day before to say that there was roadworks and they had to cancel it. So, and it looked like the course wasn't going to be available for the rest of the year. But luckily, I've managed to get back on it this weekend. However, it's a bit of a changed course, so hopefully still going to be quite a quick 25 mile. Can't actually remember the course reference, so I put that in the subject heading for you. But yeah, so today, on my way to Cambridge. It's looking like it's a couple of hour drive, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully hoping to break 53 minutes, and PB's 53:13. Did that up on a 25-mile course up in Nottingham last year. Quite a windy day as well, so I'm hoping today looks quite still. Weather's going to be about 20-21 degrees. Hopefully it's still going to be quite a quick course, and I'm hoping, coming off a 10-mile PB a few weeks ago where I did a 20:27, hopefully going to be looking for a quick time today. Like I said, it's the last race of the season, so hopefully the legs are still going to be there. Seem to be training okay, seem to be running quite well. So we'll see how it goes today. So a couple of hours in the car now, and then I'll get there hopefully just after 9, and the race is around 10:40, so plenty of time. Have a quick run, a couple of mile on the bike to warm up, and then we'll get going. thought I'd just do a bit of a recap from the race yesterday. I was going to do a bit of a review last night when I got back and just give some feedback after the ride, but like I said earlier, race was actually changed in terms of the course, so not quite as quick a course as I was hoping for. We actually went up and down the dual carriageway quite a few times and actually had 5 islands to sort of do instead of the normal sort of 2. Looking back, I didn't realise I actually rode the course that I was initially on back in 2022. At the time, I think I rode a PB there of 53, 54, something like that. Or it was pretty much one of my quickest times. And that was on the sort of the slightly quicker course. Like I said, the safety reasons had changed the course yesterday and put it on a slightly different circuit, which meant actually that we were sort of going up and down quite a few times. And like I said, we had to go around the sort of the dual carriageway island and over the dual carriageway to come back down. Five islands I think we had all in all, which made it a little bit more tricky, especially in terms of like just coming off the speed, recouping around the island, sort of hitting the brakes and things like that. So in essence, losing quite a bit of time, perhaps you would normally not have to do if you were flat out on a normal sort of the normal course. So yeah, in the end, I was trying to, as much as possible, to try and get to close to as 300 watts as I possibly could. The normalized power I think was 291. So I wasn't a million miles off what I wanted to do power wise, especially with the 5 islands. That probably is probably a bit closer to 300 than probably what it perhaps suggested, especially rubbing off the speed and soft tapping on some of the islands, for example. So all in all, that not too bad from a power point of view. I mean, I went 2027 a few weeks ago for a PB over my 10 mile, and I was 310 watts there. That was pretty much an out and back course with just the 1 island. So power wise, yeah, I wasn't too displeased with that. I think I went through 10 mile in about 21, just over 21 minutes. Again, not too bad. But I do think the course probably was a little bit windy yesterday. And I think there's a bit of an incline on it as well. Not too much, but it's really sort of, especially on the 3rd time we came up, that was a little bit difficult, and I think probably not getting the benefit then of the sort of the reverse, the way coming back, where we're probably going a bit downhill. I think one thing I probably need to consider, I went one by on the Factor when I bought that a few years ago now, and it's running, I think it's running a 50-11, no 50-10, which is pretty much equivalent to a 53-11. However, I think they do a 52, 52-10, so I might think about going up to the 52-10 just to give me that little bit of extra gearing, especially when I'm sort of getting to about 35, 36, and you're losing a little bit of that power because you're spinning quite a bit. So I might have a look at that as a bit of a something to consider into next year in terms of like especially over the 10 mile as well, when you're sort of starting to get close to 20 minutes on some courses where maybe there's a bit of a hill and sort of a downhill, you can sometimes lose a bit of speed on those sections with not having a big enough gear. So that's something I need to consider really into next year. But generally, pretty good ride. I think probably the last 10 miles, I need to just have a look at the power output, but I think I was probably just struggling a little bit the last 10. But I think all in all, 291 watts, 53.43. So 10 seconds quicker than I've done on that sort of circuit when this was an altered version. So I'm pretty pleased with that in terms of how I rode. Things to consider, I think, when I got there, had a good warm up, went for a run, did some stretching, went out and did a few miles on the bike. But I think one of the considerations for maybe into next year is looking at either taking my power meter not my power meter, sorry, either taking my turbo trainer, which is not ideal because it's not very portable in that sense, or looking at getting more of a portable turbo trainer that I can use on the roadside to perhaps get some decent warming up. The other option is to look at some rollers as well and consider maybe getting some rollers and trying to learn how to ride on those just for a bit of a warm up, really, because it's all right going out onto the road. However, it can be a little bit challenging just trying to get the power and trying to get a decent warm up in as such. So that's something I'm going to consider maybe into next year. So, but the course was pretty good actually. First time ever though, I lost my water bottle. So I've got an Elite Aero bottle, and that actually popped out just coming off the dual carriageway up over to one of the flyover sections. First time it's ever done that. I mean, I've been using those for quite a few years now, so I've never had that issue before. I think maybe one of the considerations is to get some skateboard tape or something like that, some gripper tape just to put on the inside of the cage. So I need to order one of those and get that done. But yeah, generally I've never had much problems with it. So I think it was just one of those unlucky sort of hit something and it just came out. I did drive back round and try and pick it back up, but when I got there, it looked like a couple of cars had been over it, so the bottle was completely split, and I couldn't find the top either. So yeah, I'll just be ordering a new one of them over the next couple of weeks, I think. So because that was my last race of the season, or before my season break, before going into sort of the autumn and winter. So 2 weeks off now. So I look forward to that. Bit of downtime. So completely do nothing during those 2 weeks. So no strength and conditioning, no cycling, no running, no nothing. Complete 2 week break, which I've been doing now for quite a few years, just to make sure I have that mental break, make sure I can just come into the autumn then a bit refreshed, and pretty much back 2 weeks off, and then I'm back 3 or 4 weeks into that. I've got the world qualifier. Hopefully, should have enough fitness there just to get my spot for next year, because I haven't done that yet. And then maybe looking into another podium 5k, and then I've got hopefully a half marathon, possibly looking at Silverstone. They've got a half marathon there late November, so might have a good crack at that. Hopefully, as I haven't run too many half marathons when I was younger, might be an opportunity to get an outright PB on that, which would be pretty good. So yeah, so those are the initial plans, and then I just start planning then into what I'm going to be doing into next year. So at the moment, I've qualified for the Powerman European Champs, and I've also got the European Standard, but that's in Poland, the European Standard, and the Powerman's in Germany again, I believe. But they're both falling on the same weekend at the moment, so that isn't great. I do know Alsdorf, the Powerman, are looking to see if they can get the World Champs there as well, so it'd be interesting to see what happens with that. So I've got to make a choice which one I do out of those. It'd be great. I always like racing in a different country, but I really enjoyed the drive out to Germany last year and actually doing that, which was really nice as well. So I need to consider that. And then the World Champs looking like that's in Pontevedra, which I've raced at a few years ago. Did the sprint distance, so it'd be nice to go and hit the standard distance there. Course should suit me. So that's sort of June time. So that'd be interesting, and then just think about what else to look at into next year. Definitely want to look at getting that 10-mile PB down again, close to 20 minutes. Haven't raced as much as perhaps I normally would over the time trials this year, so I'll probably do a few more next year. Really have a good crack at seeing if I can get closer to sort of that 2015 over the 10, and I definitely think there's a sub 53 in there over the 25. So those are probably two big sort of targets into next year. And then on the 5k, I've done 16:18 this year. I might be able to get a couple in over the winter, see if I can get a bit close to that sort of 16:15, maybe 16:10. Dream would be to get back to a sub 16, but yeah, it's quite a bit of a jump at the moment. If I can get close to that 16:10. That might be good. Like I said, there's a Pagan 5K up in Lancashire in this year, so I might see if I can get up on there. So yeah, there's a couple of things there for next year. So and then try and get a bit more time doing a few more videos, a few more reviews, talk about my training a bit more, try and tell you guys a bit more about what I'm doing, what sort of sessions I'm finding really useful, what I'm getting the most benefit out of, and then also finally just try and get another session with Matt Boxall, hopefully. Have a look at the position again. Saw him a couple of years ago. Position's feeling good at the moment, but I reckon there's a few more gains I can make there on the bike position as well. So yeah, so all looking good really. Really positive season as such. Yeah, fourth at the European Champs standard distance. I was fifth at the Powerman European middle distance. British silver medal, and then the English national championship, winning that as well. So that's the first national championship I've won. So all in all, really good season. Quickest 5K I've run since turning 40, and then also a 10-mile PB as well. So pretty much probably one of my best seasons. So really looking forward to having a couple of weeks off, and then getting back into next year and seeing what next year brings, and see if we can make some more improvements. Age is but a number, as they say. So yeah, I think looking after yourself, eating well, sleeping well, training consistently, I think actually you can compete pretty well up into your mid to late 40s. I didn't think I'd be riding this quickly as I am, and still sort of running pretty well. So yeah, all positive. Looking forward to the 2 weeks now, and yeah, get some more videos up hopefully, just showing you what I'm doing in my downtime, and things like that in the next few weeks. But yeah, if you haven't, like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see some of you on the start line over the winter. Bye for now.